Hello everyone, it's Manga Stan here. So today we're going to talk about an anime, episode 11, just a review, and what my thoughts about it. I've already read the manga up to part 7, I'm almost done it. I'm going to do another little review or a little display of part 7 soon, because there's something I really want to talk about from it. And so this is going to be a JOJO day. So right now we're going to talk about episode 4 and the developments that happen. So first of all, I really like that how Josuke was playing a video game. You kind of can get the scene where his mom is hassling him, and I really connected to that because obviously when I was younger, that happened all the time. And then I was just like, well, I don't really want this scenario anymore. I don't want to be manipulated by mom all the time, so I'm just gonna make it so that these video games are less important to me mentally, so I can be like, oh, you want me to shut it off? Okay, I'll shut it off. But when I was a kid, definitely I'd have tantrums and be like, no, just one more, just one more. When I get a new game, maybe I'm really hyped up and really like that, but I try not to be like that anymore, but I could really connect to Josuke and how he's playing his game. And then, of course, after that, after his mom hassles him, Red Hot Chili Pepper, I'm going to call him by his true name, Red Hot Chili Pepper, comes out because, as you know, the stands are actually named after bands usually, and you could actually even hear Josuke say Red Hot Chili Pepper, but then the subs just said Chili Pepper. Obviously to avoid copyright in America, because copyright laws are different in Japan, so they can get away with stuff like this, and the author has tons and tons of stands. Basically every stand you meet is named after a band. They just censor it when it comes over to English to avoid copyright or to avoid bad things. I think some band members have accepted it, and I'm like, okay, you can use it, but most band members are just totally offended. They're like, oh, some anime is using our name? Like, screw them. Like, no, screw you! But I still kind of like the, just some backstory that it is Red Hot Chili Peppers. This stand obviously is Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's its true name. Nothing to do with the ability, surprisingly. It has a thunder. I think you could think of a thunder name or something like that from a band. Thunderstrike or something. I don't know. Iron Maiden. So now we're going through, Red Hot Chili Pepper comes in and thinks he's really confident about his ability. He's been probably absorbing a lot of electricity. He thinks he can take on Josuke. But obviously he can't really. They kind of have a little tuffle, and they're kind of equal, I would say. I would say they're kind of equal. They both give shot for shot, and in the end, Red Hot Chili Pepper runs away because he doesn't think he's ready yet to face Josuke or Jotaro. After that, we kind of get them meeting up in a field, away from electricity, away from everything, and we kind of see Okasu, I don't know, tell me how to pronounce that. I'm just going to call him Akasu. So we have Akasu and Josuke and Jotaro and Koichi. They're all kind of sitting in a field so they can get away from electricity. But of course, Akasu brings his bike, and Red Hot Chili Pepper has been listening. And then we get information that Joeseph is coming, which Red Hot Chili Pepper overhears. And of course, it's really nice to have Joeseph back because Joeseph is one of my favorite characters. Part 2 is actually probably one of my favorite parts just because of the ridiculous of it, and Joeseph as a character. Joeseph, that lucky bastard who, no matter what, won above all odds. Killed the ultimate life form without a stand. That's why Joeseph is awesome. He doesn't need a stand to kick ass. And, yeah, so now we're going to see kind of the weakness of Joeseph and how he's aged. And as we saw at the very end, he's not really muscular anymore. He's toned down. Like, even at 60, he was buff as hell, but all of a sudden, I guess that muscle just disappears when you're 80. So some cool developments there. So yeah, we have them all gamed up now, so then once he overhears that Joeseph has a stand that can detect Red Hot Chili Pepper goes berserk. He steals the bike, he goes away, and then we get more of Akasu and his development as a character. Really good character, wants to revenge his brother, obviously, because his brother died by Red Hot Chili Pepper. And when he goes after him, he slices the space and time to close the distance between them to get to the bike, and he surpasses his revenge and destroys the bike instead of going for the killing blow, which obviously he probably would have dodged the killing blow anyways. So it's good, smart thinking on him. Akasu's kind of like a really dumb, dull-headed person, and it's nice that in this fight particularly that he actually can show some intelligence, and he did show some intelligence in this fight. Yeah, he was tricked in the end, but he was showing a bit more intelligence than he has during the previous scenes and the other fights. So good on him, and good development where he was like seeing past his brother's death and being like, yeah, my brother deserved to die. I just kind of want to end this scenario. I kind of want to rest this conflict and put it to rest and make sure that you can't do this anymore, is what kind of like Kasu's kind of his true goal was. It wasn't just murder him flat out. It was kind of like, I want you to stop this for my brother's sake, and yeah, like more people could get injured. And so Kisu is a really good person. He's, as you can tell from this episode, he can control his emotions to an extent, but again, he's still very slow in the head, and that's okay. And then after, of course, the funny part is when he loses the fight, he actually gets tricked, and then we see Joeseph and Josuke being like, "Oh well, I guess he's gone. I guess we'll just, you know that San Red Hot Chili Pepper, yeah, it's pretty good. It has electric powers and it can absorb stuff. It has a lot of potential." And they're just talking about this as he's dead. Of course, Josuke revives him after he gets tricked, and it's all good. But then he's like in shock, and they're still like not caring about it. So yeah, a lot of good things. Well, I'm just gonna kind of go on a tangent here and just talk about basically what's to come. Red Hot Chili Pepper is not the main enemy. Basically, in part 4, there really is no main enemy. The most main enemy would be blank. I'm not gonna tell you guys who the main enemy is, but the main enemy, the kind of surfaces a more main enemy after Red Hot Chili Pepper. But again, there's a lot of slice of life episodes that you've been seeing lately where it's just like that crazy girl, the chef. A lot of episodes will come like that. And then soon, everyone's favorite character, Rohana, forgot his name. He's basically a mega artist, and he's going to come up really soon, which I'm really excited for. And everyone will like him. And so I'm really excited for JoJo Part 4. It's going to be 39 episodes. I'm really happy to see the whole series, and I hope Part 5 gets animated. I hope all this is a really good series so far. So if you like JoJo, if you want to talk about it, please leave some comments below. Please leave a like and subscribe on the new channel, and give me any criticism if I'm doing anything wrong. So thank you, and see you out.